There is an ocean of everything you want: success, power, and the most satisfying relationships. It's all available and waiting for you. This is The Zone of Action with your host, Gerald Action Jackson.
Today, the subject of this podcast is invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. The best bet you'll ever make. Let me talk to you today, not as a radio personality or a success coach, but as someone who has been in the trenches, made mistakes, stumbled forward, and ultimately came to realize one powerful truth. The greatest investment you'll ever make is the one you make in yourself. That's right. Not the stock market, not crypto, not real estate, not even that can't miss business opportunity your cousin's friend keeps pitching. While those things can absolutely build wealth when done right, none of them will ever give you a return like the consistent, intentional investment into you, your mindset, your habits, your health, your skills, your relationships, and your growth. The truth about investments, when we think of investing, we often think in dollars and cents. But the most successful people I know, many of whom I've interviewed, read about, or walked alongside, measure investments differently. They think in terms of energy, time, knowledge, and alignment. Let me ask you this. If someone handed you $1 million today, but you lacked discipline, vision, or basic financial knowledge, how long would that money last? You already know the answer. Money without mindset is a recipe for disaster. And growth without personal investment is like planting seeds in dry soil. You might see a little progress, but nothing will take root. I want you to start thinking about yourself as the foundation. Not a side project, not an afterthought, the foundation. Because when you become better, everything you touch gets better. Your career, your relationships, your confidence, your joy, and yes, even your money. What does it mean to invest in yourself? Let's break this down into areas of investment. I'm not asking you to spend your entire bank account. I'm asking you to prioritize your own elevation a few intentional moves at a time. 1, invest in your mindset. Success starts between your ears, that voice in your head. It's either building you up or tearing you down. That's why I read every day. That's why I listen to audiobooks and surround myself with people who speak life into me. That's why I limit my time around negativity. You have to train your mind like an athlete trains their body. Don't let doubt sit in your mental living room rent-free. Kick it out. Replace it with faith, vision, and affirmations of where you're going. Books like Think and Grow Rich and Atomic Habits have changed lives, not because of magic, but because they recalibrate your thinking. You can't have $1 million life with a $100 mindset. Period 2, invest in your health. I'm going to say something you already know, but might be ignoring. You can't be your best if your body is constantly running on empty. Whether you're hustling in business, building a brand, raising a family, or working on your purpose, you need energy. And that energy comes from sleep, movement, hydration, and nutrition. It's not about abs or biceps. It's about clarity, stamina, and mental sharpness. You're no good to your dreams if you're always tired, always sick, or living in survival mode. Drink that water, move your body, eat food that fuels your greatness, not just your cravings. Go get that physical exam, get some sunlight, treat rest as productive. Your health is wealth. 3, invest in your skills. The world doesn't pay for potential. It pays for value. You want to earn more? Learn more. Add tools to your toolkit. Get certifications. Take online courses. Sit in rooms where you're the least experienced person and soak up the game. You'd be shocked how a few new skills can open doors. Want to be a better communicator? Join Toastmasters. Want to launch a side hustle? Take a free marketing course on YouTube? Want to break into tech? Start learning about AI, coding, or project management. And listen, You don't need to master it all today, but you do need to start. Remember, the money you spend on your education or skill development is never wasted. It's planted. 4, invest in your relationships. Let's be real. You can't win alone. Your network is your net worth. The right people will challenge you, sharpen you, open doors, and lift you when you forget who you are. Invest in friendships that nourish you. Invest in mentorships that stretch you. Cut ties with drama, gossip, and energy vampires. You know the ones. They drain you just being around. Sometimes investing in yourself means setting boundaries. Sometimes it means having uncomfortable conversations. And sometimes it simply means showing up fully present with the people who matter most. And if you're married or in a committed relationship, let me speak to the fellas for a second. Invest in your partner. Take time to understand their needs, support their dreams, speak life over them. Your relationship will reflect the level of care you put into it. 5, invest in your vision. Don't just coast through life, drive it. Your vision is your GPS. Without it, you'll end up everywhere but nowhere at the same time. Write your goal. Visualize your future. Speak as if it's already happening. Make vision boards. Declare what you want and move like it's on the way. Here's something I tell the young people I mentor all the time. If your goals don't excite you and scare you a little, they're not big enough. Let your vision pull you, and more importantly, let it change you. Become the person who is worthy of that vision. That's where the true magic lies. Why most people don't do this. Here's the uncomfortable truth. A lot of people won't do any of this. Why? Because it's easier to invest in distraction than discipline. It's easier to binge Netflix than to build new habits. It's easier to buy shoes than it is to hire a coach. It's easier to complain than to grow, but easy doesn't change lives. Easy doesn't build legacies. Easy doesn't pay dividends. Hard work, intentional growth, and investing in yourself, that's where the winners live. The truth is, you're either building your dream or funding someone else's. Real talk. You are the asset. Let me share something from personal experience. There was a season in my life where I thought grinding was enough. Long days, late nights, no rest, no learning, no improvement, just hustle. And I got results, but I also burned out. It wasn't until I stepped back and started pouring into myself the same way I was pouring into my career that everything leveled up. My confidence, my performance, my impact, my income. I realized I am the engine, and the engine needs fuel. You are the asset. You are the brand. You are the CEO of your life. And if you don't invest in your number one asset, everything else will eventually suffer. The ROI of you. Here's the beautiful part. When you invest in yourself, the return is not just personal. It's generational. Your children will benefit. Your partner will benefit. Your business will benefit. Your community will benefit. Everyone connected to you will benefit from a better you. Imagine this, a more focused, confident, healthy, and intentional version of you walking into rooms, making decisions, building wealth, creating impact, and living on purpose. That's not a dream. That's a choice, and it starts now. Let's make it practical. I don't want to just motivate you. I want to give you something to do. So here are 5 actions you can take this week to begin investing in yourself. Schedule 1 hour to read a book that challenges your thinking. Drink 70 ounces of water daily and go for a 30-minute walk. Take a free online class in something that will help your career or passion. Reach out to a mentor or someone doing what you want to do and ask for advice. Write a 1-year vision of where you want your life to be and what you'll need to do to get there. You don't have to do it all at once, but you do have to start. Final thoughts. Family, hear me loud and clear. You are not too old. You are not too late. You are not too broke. You are not too far behind. The only thing standing between where you are and where you could be is the investment you're willing to make in you. So today I challenge you. Bet on yourself. Not halfway. Not when it's convenient. Go all in, because when you invest in yourself, you don't just grow, you multiply. Stay sharp, stay focused. And above all, stay in the zone of action. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter, JerolJax. On Facebook, Gerald Action Jackson in Zone of Action. Check out the website, GeraldJackson.com. Happiness starts with you. Not with your relationship, not with your job, not with your money, but with you in the zone of action.